Hey, I'm ChristopherJMUA and welcome back to my channel. Unless you've never been here, of course, then welcome. I am so glad you stopped by. Today, we're going to be using these four Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes. We've got the Beauty Killer palette, the Blood Sugar palette, the Bloodlust palette, and the Jawbreaker palette, all to create a Valentine's Day look. By the way, happy Valentine's Day. I'm so glad you're here today. And if you want to see the look that I create with these four palettes, stay exactly where you are, keep doing exactly what you're doing, and keep on watching. As you can see, I have gone ahead and primed my eyes with my P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 02, and normally going into eyeshadow looks like this, I don't typically have a plan, but today I do kind of have a general idea for the direction I'm going. In fact, I've already even picked out my brushes and the shades I'm gonna use. So if this is something that you enjoy, and if you happen to have these palettes as well and you'd like to follow along with this look and create your own version of it, I would be absolutely honored if you wanted to do that and upload it using the hashtag blendingbeauties, and I'll be sure to see it. If you do replicate it, I would love to share it on my own Instagram or Twitter just to show off you guys' work and show how we came together for Valentine's Day. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. I'm gonna begin by using this fluffy Morphe blending brush. Going into first the Jawbreaker palette using the shade Bubblegum. Based on the shades that I've picked, I should end up with primarily a red look, so I'm really not afraid to blow this pink out really big, because I do want it to be apparent that there is pink on the inner portion of the eye look. I'm going to use this to just blow out this whole inner corner. I want it to be really pink. Like that. Just like that. That is beautiful. And I'm not being afraid here, I'm just really packing it on, and then I'm going to start pulling it into the crease a little bit further, probably about the first third. Pink is applied. Now it's time to use the Morphe M330, and with this, we're gonna go into Old Faithful Blood Sugar here, into the shade Prick, the very vibrant red. And now this shade is primarily what I'm gonna use. I want this whole look to be based off of red, and then a little bit of pink. So I'm just gonna build this up all on the outer portion of the crease and really blow it out to kind of take over the whole look. I'm also going to start very lightly blending this into the pink shade. That way I can get a nice soft blend between the two. And I'm going to make sure that I pull this up and out into a little bit of a V shape. I do want this look to be somewhat elongated. It's Valentine's Day. I want it to be a little dramatic. So I'm just building it up, establishing that wing shape, just like that. Ooh, that's really hot. I love that. Now before I start getting too blend happy with just the shade Prick, I'm gonna go back in with the Morphe brush that I used earlier in the shade Bubblegum and continue to pull Bubblegum out and up on top of Prick. Luckily, this brush has a tiny bit of a taper to it, so I can use the point of the taper to actually apply the pigment and move it from the inner corner to the outer corner. And since I don't have a lot of crease space available to me because my lids are hooded, I'm gonna take the pink all the way up to the brow. That way I can still fit in a few more shades in between the pink and my crease, or in the lowest portion of my crease. Those shades literally worked perfect together. That is the most beautiful blend between that red and that pink. Wow. And now, this is at the point during the video when I say trust the process, because it looks absolutely ridiculous and there's no telling if it's gonna go as planned. So trust the process. Next, I'm gonna use this Morphe M456 brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Fresh Meat. I'm going to attempt to deepen the look with this shade now. Something I noticed as I was going through all the shades and all the Jeffree Star Cosmetics palettes is that the only real way I can deepen up a red look with his palettes are by going purple, and I really didn't want to take this purple. I just wanted it to be pink and red. So Fresh Meat is about as purple as I can go. Does resemble a very deep mauve, but I really built up the red first in my crease so that as that shade was mixing with the red, it would become more and more red rather than more and more purple. And so far, it looks like it's deepening accordingly without turning purple. So this is all I could ask for, honestly. Wow, that's actually doing a really good job. And then of course, I'm also going to pull this shade out into sort of the V shape and lift it up in the corner. And with this shade, I'm gonna make sure that it shows right up to the point when I have my forehead relaxed and my eyes opened, since my eyes are hooded. I want this to be the last shade that you see right before it hits my lid. This is exactly what I wanted to go for. I'm so glad this is working. Whew. I was worried. At this point, I've gotten all of the shades that I'm going to be using on the top of the look, except for brow bone highlight, applied. So now I need to go in and cut the crease. I'm going to first go in with my Garnier Micellar Water and my little beauty pointed cotton swabs here and just clean off where I'm going to cut the crease. Then I'm going to use the Morphe M421 little tiny flat sharp, very sharp brush and my P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 02 again and cut the crease. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera and I'll be right back. See you in just a second. Finally got my crease cut. That took forever. Now it's time to go in with some shimmer shades. And the first shimmer shade that I'm going to be using today is the shade Cotton Candy. This is so gorgeously beautiful baby pink with tons of shimmer. And I'm going to use the Morphe X Nikita N2 brush. And this is kind of going to be the brunt of the color on the lid, but I'm still going to incorporate two other shades. So I need to leave a little bit of room for them. So I'm going to start applying this right on the center of the lid. I'm going to go right down the whole center. Wow. That is a stunning pink. Can you see the glow that it gives? It literally looks like cotton candy. And I'm just meeting the line up here where I have the crease cut at. I'm trying to make it as precise as possible. It's very difficult to do with hooded lids and a big brush, but we're making progress. That's all that matters. And I'm sort of giving this the general shape of a V, kind of like I would for the outer V, where I take the upper portion in and the lower portion in, and I leave a V shape outward. Kind of doing that with this. So I want this portion in a little bit further right here. Then I want this portion out a little bit further. Then I want this portion in again, just a little bit further. And now, using this other flat Morphe brush that has less of a point to it than the previous Morphe X Nikita brush, it's time to go in to the Bloodlust palette. And in this palette, I'm going to be using the shade Bleeding Heart. This gorgeous red. And I'm going to start packing this red right on the outer corner of the lid. It's essentially what I'm going to use to blend in the lid with the crease, since my crease is full of red currently. Man, that is such a beautiful shimmer shade. It's a perfect Valentine's Day red. And I'm also doing the same with this shade, making the V as I did the pink, pulling this part of the V forward, and then within the crease, pulling this part of the V forward as well. There literally couldn't have been a more perfect red to go on top of that pink to make it blend with the crease. That's literally perfection. At this point, I'm missing some highlight, and I need some really bad. So I'm gonna use this other Morphe brush. This is actually a spot conceal brush. I do remember that. But it's just a really small flat brush, and I'm gonna go into the Beauty Killer palette this time and use the shade Princess right here. And of course, Princess is gonna be this cute little inner corner highlight moment. Just gonna start packing it on first and see what it looks like. Oh, that's really cute! It's like a soft silvery rose sort of color. It's sort of hard to tell what it looks like in the pan, so I was kind of afraid, just unsure, not knowing, but that's gonna work very nicely. And again, following the same sort of structure I've been rolling with, pulling the middle out into a sort of an arrow fashion so that it makes a V. And that shade's just a little more potent than I anticipated. So I'm going to take the Morphe X Nikita brush that I used earlier and just pat the edge of that silvery shade just to blend it in with the pink a little bit better. This is really beautiful, guys. I'm kind of really loving this. Oh, Valentine's Day is so pretty! I've also just decided that Princess is also going to be my brow bone highlight. I think she will be quite a luxurious highlight, hopefully. I'm kind of afraid. Oh, it's so silver! What have I done? Okay, that's not pink anymore. Well, wait, is it? Is that kind of... Okay, it is kind of pink! Ah! It's so pretty! Got it blended it accordingly. Now, it's so gorgeous. I love that so much. I am, however, also going to take the big fluffy brush that I used earlier in the shade Bubblegum and go back into the shade Bubblegum. But I literally just booped the brush twice into the pan, so it's very minimal to none that's on the brush. And I'm just going to take it very lightly right over the shimmer shade in between the red and the shimmer, just to bring back a little bit of the pink so I don't lose it completely. Now, with that brow bone highlight complete, that finishes off the whole upper portion of this look, aside from my eyeliner. I'm going to be using the Jeffree Cosmetics Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Poinsettia. I think this was a limited edition lipstick for last year's holiday mystery boxes, question mark? I don't really remember for sure. No, year before last, because now it's 2021. So it would have been 2019's mystery boxes, I think. But this is what I'm going to use for the eyeliner. I'm going to go ahead and go off camera though first and do all of my face makeup so we can finish off the lower lash line, then do the eyeliner. So give me just a few milliseconds for you, probably hours for me, and I'll be right back. See you in just a second. The face makeup is now complete, so let's move on to the lower lash line. I'm going to start by using the Dalton Line Definer Flat Brush, and now I'm going to go into the Jawbreaker palette and use the shade Raspberry right here. I realize this shade is much deeper and sort of purpley toned than any other shade I've used so far. But I'm thinking whenever I blend it out with the light pink bubblegum shade, it should turn it into a nice primary red, hopefully, or at least blend out to something other than a purple, you know? Not that I have any problem with purple, as most of you know, but I'm trying to avoid it for this look, for you guys. So I'm getting as close to the lashes as possible, and then once I get to this outer edge, I'm just gonna flick this shade right up and into the rest of the red. So that's it for the eyeshadow. Everything is now done with that part of the look. So it is now time for eyeliner. So we're going to use the Poinsettia Velour Liquid Lipstick as liner. And I'm so excited. I just hope that the chunky metallic glitter that's in here doesn't cause any problems with the smoothness of the liner, but we'll find out. I'm just going to take some on the back of my hand, get it all nice and warmed up. And I'm going to be going in with my Midas Cosmetics 1208 liner brush and hope for the best. Cross your fingers for me, guys. We're going in. Aw, you can't really see it on top of that shadow. That's a bummer. Well, I can see it on top of that shadow. Ooh, that looks good. It's so smooth and creamy. I don't even feel glitter in it. That's awesome. It's actually really cool. It's kind of like an invisible liner or disappearing liner. You know, even though that's not nearly as amazing as I thought it was gonna be, because I thought it was gonna show up even in the red, I actually really kind of like that. It kind of closes off the look, it finishes it when it comes to the lid, and I don't know, I kind of like it. Okay. Eyes are now completely done, aside from mascara, lashes, and a liner in the waterline. So I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera, put a line in my waterline, finish off my lashes and my lips, and I'll be right back with the finished look. See you guys in just a second. And I am back with the finished look. What do you guys think? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Because I love it. I think it is perfect for Valentine's Day. I think it really sets the mood. It gets me ready for love. And I truly hope that it does the same for you and for your Valentine's Day. I hope that whether you're with someone, you have your dog as company, you have your cat as company, or you're just by yourself and you have me as company, I hope that this look can bring you a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness on this Valentine's Day. And I hope that you can feel my love through the camera. I also really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little different, just playing with some shadow, just creating some kind of look that resembles something for Valentine's Day. And if you did have a good time, it would mean the world to me if you wanted to give me a thumbs up just to let me know that you did. And it's Valentine's Day! You know, show me the love. Show me the love with your likes, with your comments, share my video on Twitter or Instagram, and don't forget, if you recreate this look or if you just create a Valentine's Day look that you want to show me, don't forget to use the hashtag blendingbeauties. And with that, that is it for me for this video. I hope you have the happiest Valentine's Day of the whole year. I hope it's the best one yet. Also, if you like this look and you want to see more looks like them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA. And if you gain nothing out of this video, if you gain nothing out of any of my videos, please at least gain this, and that is to always remember and never forget that you are absolutely beautiful. And I love you guys. Bye.